diving into the alleged conspiracy of the United Healthcare CEO assassination.
Findings have been released, and it is giving us some insight into Luigi Mangioni's possible motive for this targeted attack as he appears in court for the first time. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. 26-year-old Luigi Mangioni might be one of the most famous people in the world right now, and we didn't even know who he was last week. He was arrested this week in Altoona, Pennsylvania at a...
I just want to make a sidebar. How do we not expect there to be future attacks like this when people start their videos, their pieces, their discussion pieces with him being the most famous person on the world? If you want clout, want to be the most famous person, clout, then all you got to do is this. That's what he said, right? That's what I heard.
McDonald's, of all places.
What up, TKG family? I got another one. Hit the like button. We got 11 most shocking details from Luigi Mangioni's manifesto. Comment below. Let me know what y'all want to see next. Subscribe, not only to me, but to Law and Crime Network for dropping this video. Let's get right into it.
I think part of what's so heartbreaking is knowing the potential he had.
It's being reported that the man accused of shooting a healthcare insurance CEO in the back in the middle of Midtown Manhattan had said, quote, "It had to be done." His apparent writings have been released, and it is giving us some insight into Luigi Mangioni's possible motive for this targeted attack as he appears in court for the first time. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. 26-year-old Luigi Mangioni might be one of the most famous people in the world right now, and we didn't even know who he was last week. He was arrested this week in Altoona, Pennsylvania at a...
I just want to make a sidebar. How do we not expect there to be future attacks like this when people start their videos, their pieces, their discussion pieces with him being the most famous person on the world? If you want clout, want to be the most famous person, clout, then all you got to do is this. That's what he said, right? That's what I heard.
McDonald's, of all places. Apparently, an employee called police, alerting them to the suspect in the restaurant, although there has been mixed reporting on this. Some say an employee overheard customers talking. Others say it was reported directly to an employee. But either way, he was noticed in that McDonald's. And a man spoke with reporters Tuesday saying he was one of the people joking about whether it could be the shooter inside the location because, after all, talking about this, he looked eerily similar to surveillance photos that were released by the NYPD after the shooting death of United.
What makes it a conspiracy to me is I ain't ever in my life sat in McDonald's with a hash brown and just, I'm just chill here and bang this one out. You could literally go anywhere else. You can bang that hash brown anywhere else other than while on the run, sitting in the McDonald's. You could have ate that on your walk home, bro. It just feels, I don't know. I have no facts. I'm just a YouTuber. But it seems real questionable. Room for doubt.
Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. And when police responded to that McDonald's, they ended up arresting Mangioni on several charges unrelated to the shooting, by the way, because apparently he had a ghost gun in his possession as well as a fake ID. He appeared in court for the first time on Tuesday where he was denied bail, and we'll get a little bit more into that in a moment. But I want to talk about this reported handwritten note or manifesto as it's being labeled. You see, Brian Thompson was killed 1 week ago on December 4th at around 6:45 a.m. as he walked to the Hilton Hotel for an investors conference. And surveillance footage shows this masked and hooded man lying in wait for Thompson and then approaching from behind and firing multiple shots. And ever since news about the shooting started to come out, there has been speculation that it might have something to do with health insurance coverage or health insurance costs or denials. Now, police say Thompson was targeted, and not long after that, his wife apparently told NBC News that she knew he had gotten some threats, but really there were not more details about that. And security experts have said, look, it's not uncommon for CEOs at major healthcare companies to get threats. It's a separate question of why he didn't have security with him, and we've been trying to figure that out. And especially since at the scene, and this was really bizarre, authorities recovered bullet casings with the words deny, defend, and depose on them. Words that are eerily similar to the 2010 book Delay, Deny, Defend, Why Insurance Companies Don't Pay Claims and What You Can Do About It. And this is important because it points to a possible motive. Now, of course, motive is not an element of a crime when you're talking about the fact that he's been charged with murder in New York, but it definitely helps tell a story for a jury and for all of us. And as part of the investigation, understanding the why is incredibly, incredibly important. Now, authorities say that when they arrested Mangione in Pennsylvania, he had this handwritten manifesto, this writings in his possession. And it specifically addressed grievances with the U.S. healthcare system. Now, an independent journalist named Ken Klippenstein released this manifesto, which was later confirmed to be the actual writings of Mangione by law enforcement. They confirmed it. This is according to outlets like TMZ and Newsweek. Now, Klippenstein titled it Exclusive Luigi's Manifesto with the subheadline, Read the Manifesto the Media Refused to Publish. Now, Klippenstein says in the post that this is the real one, not the forgery circulating online. Now, to be clear, there are parts of this handwritten manifesto that are ineligible. They're kind of hard to make out. This is according to Klippenstein. But we want to go through this document, and it says the following. To the feds, I'll keep this short because I do respect what you do for our country. To save you a lengthy investigation, I state plainly that I wasn't working with anyone. This was fairly trivial. Some elementary social engineering, basic CAD, a lot of patience. The spiral notebook, if present, has some straggling notes and to-do lists that illuminate the gist of it. My tech is pretty locked down because I work in engineering, so probably not much info there. I do apologize for any strife or traumas, but it had to be done. Frankly, these parasites simply had it coming.
This don't seem like it was written in a first-person viewpoint just off the first glance of it, because why would he have to state what he went to school for? That's something that you would, like, as you're writing, you'd say, you just think it, like, this is why I'm writing this. You would have to explain to them, oh, because I'm in this field, my technology is probably locked down. Probably? Huh.
A reminder, the U.S. has the #1 most expensive healthcare system in the world, yet we rank roughly number 42 in life expectancy. United is the largest company in the U.S. by market cap, behind only Apple, Google, Walmart. It has grown and grown, but has our life expectancy? No. The reality is these, and then a word is kind of indecipherable there, have simply gotten too powerful, and they continue to abuse our country for immense profit because the American public has allowed them to get away with it. Obviously, the problem is more complex, but I do not have space, and frankly, I do not pretend to be the most qualified person to lay out the full argument. But many have illuminated the corruption and greed, examples Rosenthal Moore, decades ago, and the problems simply remain. It is not an issue of awareness at this point, but clearly power games at play. Evidently, I am the first to face it with such brutal honesty. So essentially, this could be interpreted as an admission. It could potentially be used against him at trial.
I don't even see it being written in first person. How can it be used as an admission of guilt? I question that he even wrote it. See, it's weird because do you guys have a video where you finding this? Because it don't even seem like he had a book bag at the McDonald's. Maybe he did. I want to see you guys searching and finding this all on camera, no cuts. If I can't get that video, I don't think he wrote it.
Actually dedicated a whole sidebar episode with Professor of Law Jules Epstein going over all the evidence in this case, particularly these writings, their potential value and admissibility at trial. So I encourage everybody to check that out. But it is interesting to note that he says he acted alone, which was a central question we all had before his arrest. Questions about how just a seemingly random member of the public might have had information about Thompson, where he was going, when he was going at that exact moment. Yes, we knew there was an investors conference, but how exactly he knew he'd be walking on that street at that time. And also there was this question about, was it a contract killing? Was it a professional hit? He is saying he acted alone. So taking it as true, that's a definitely big insight that we wanted to have. By the way, considering the stories that we cover, we are very big here at Sidebar and Law and Crime with self-protection. And with that in mind, did you know that apparently just home title fraud is rampant right now?
Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Hit the like button while you're at it, because this is really a conspiracy. It seemed like at some point there was a crossroad where at first he was like, I might do this to more people. I'm not trying to get caught. And then he hit the crossroad and said, I want to get caught. I think I want to get caught. I'm going to get caught today. So I just think that's weird. Hit the like button again. Comment below. Let me know. Subscribe to the family. Till the next one, I'm out. Peace.